Who would win in a battle between Dr. Manhattan and Franklin Richards? Franklin Richards, the son of Reed and Susan Richards, is considered one of the most powerful Omega-level mutants ever, with that Omega-level classification. On the other hand, Dr. Manhattan possesses immense but still somewhat mysterious power. Both of them have the ability to manipulate time and space. Franklin Richards is regarded as being on par with the Celestials and can challenge them significantly. As a child, Richard created a prototype universe. By comparison, Dr. Manhattan can also travel through time and space, but he cannot interfere with events. The exact extent of his power remains a mystery, as he has never encountered a truly equal opponent. However, like Reed Richards, Dr. Manhattan cannot create a new universe from nothing. The New 52 universe he altered only came about because the Flash disrupted the timeline during the Flashpoint event. Meanwhile, Richards accomplished something extraordinary when he turned Galactus into his herald and survived the end of the universe, after which he created a new one, essentially making him a god. In terms of raw power, this would be a cataclysmic battle that could destroy one or two universes, but based on Dr. Manhattan's current feats, though not many, he still appears to be far stronger than Franklin Richards. It's difficult to imagine Franklin matching this level of power. The only superhero who could reach that tier is Superman Prime 1 million. Even Brainiac is said to far surpass Dr. Manhattan in terms of power. But before we dive deep into the analysis, please hit the subscribe button. Remember to enable notifications by clicking the bell icon. Thank you. Dr. Manhattan has two significant advantages, both potentially linked to his superior power. First, he has complete control over gravitational fields and repulsion forces, allowing him to manipulate any form of matter or antimatter by controlling their force fields. Second, he possesses a transcendent awareness of time, which he uses to enhance the sophistication of his plans. Manhattan experiences every moment of his life simultaneously, seeing the past, present, and future as if everything is happening at once. He can make small adjustments in the past to cause significant changes in the future whenever he wishes. Dr. Manhattan wiped out 10 years of DC history at will and instilled fear in multidimensional beings. He easily defeated DC's top-tier superhero team, which included a combination of Phantom Stranger and Dr. Fate, both of whom had once faced the Spectre. Furthermore, he far outclasses Trigon, who had previously stalemated Mr. Lomax using raw power alone. Franklin Richards had to borrow power from a younger version of himself to resurrect Galactus, even after achieving a multiversal level of power. However, Dr. Manhattan is stronger not only than Dr. Fate, Phantom Stranger, Mr. the Spectre, and Trigon, but even surpasses them all combined. He is a fusion of Solar, Captain Atom, and Firestorm, but on a higher level, as if his already immense powers were enhanced multiple times over. His ability to alter reality, manipulate matter, and even control the fundamental laws of the universe are all under Dr. Manhattan's command. Additionally, he can use magic as a natural extension of his powers. Dr. Manhattan's case is well known. Despite his enormous power, his nature is that he knows all of his own actions in advance. His fate is predetermined, and he has no choice but to follow it. As he famously stated, nothing ever ends. This slightly shifts in Doomsday Clock if you want to consider it, but only because the story takes place in the metaverse where past and future can always be changed. This isn't true for his original universe. His profound awareness of his helplessness has made Manhattan detached. Franklin, on the other hand, truly has no limits. There are no rules binding him, and he can do whatever he wants, not being constrained by concepts like destiny or fate. Franklin can create entire universes from nothing, and at his power level, nothing is beyond his reach. Remarkably, this limitless power does not isolate Franklin. He is not alone on his journey, as he has his sister Valeria and Galactus, both his herald and companion, by his side, keeping him grounded and connected to the world around him, preventing him from becoming detached from those he loves. Many people underestimate Dr. Manhattan's power simply because they haven't read beyond Watchmen. Dr. Manhattan was forced to give up his free will after realizing that every thought, every potential outcome he imagined existed in parallel universes. Manhattan unintentionally created countless universes just by observing events around him. His power will divided reality into countless different universes. Ultimately, to prevent the potential destruction of all reality, Manhattan had to give up his free will and end most of the nearly infinite universes he had created, leaving only one universe which he considered the original. He can do anything, be anyone, and affect everything in the universe he controls. Franklin can be killed, but Dr. Manhattan is different. Manhattan ultimately chose to give up his life for a higher ideal, something far beyond himself. However, if he hadn't voluntarily made that choice, no one in the entire multiverse could truly kill him except Superman, according to Manhattan himself. The reason behind this has never been fully explained, but Manhattan seems to hold the belief that only Superman is capable of ending him. Dr. Manhattan's power is truly immense. By the end of Doomsday Clock, he reset the entire multiverse with a single action, demonstrating his absolute dominance over all reality. Franklin Richards, on the other hand, couldn't even stand against Griever at the end of all things, who can erase entire universes with ease. Meanwhile, Dr. Manhattan single-handedly ended countless universes in one act. His will not only controls reality, but shapes it in ways even he cannot fully comprehend. Becoming Manhattan means becoming a god with limitless power. Forget about the presence or any other deity, as Manhattan surpasses them all combined. What he did at the end of Doomsday Clock is something even Marvel's Beyonders couldn't achieve. And to destroy the Marvel multiverse, the Beyonders had to create Molecule Man as a starting point, whereas Manhattan did it effortlessly. Franklin Richards, though capable of performing miracles within the world around him, cannot apply that power to himself. And he cannot change himself or simply take any power and make it his own. In contrast, Dr. Manhattan has shown the ability to absorb and master any form of power, regardless of its origin. He can transform any energy or power into his own, even magic, which is rare in the DC universe. For Manhattan, magic is truly a part of him, like an inherent power. The remnants of the source that formed the entire multiverse are within his control. Even quantum-powered beings like Captain Atom or Firestorm or reality manipulators are powerless against Dr. Manhattan. No matter how much they try, Manhattan cannot be destroyed or stopped. His existence far exceeds any limit they could contend with. Meanwhile, Franklin Richards has clearer limits. He can be defeated, and if he loses his powers, Franklin becomes vulnerable. The Griever incident is an example. If left unchecked, she could have killed Franklin the same way she eliminated Owen Reese Molecule Man. Although Franklin is a highly talented universe builder, he still has physical weaknesses like any human. His bones can break and his life can be ended. Please subscribe to the channel. It will help us a lot, and you'll get to watch awesome videos every day. You're amazing. Thank you so much. Dr. Manhattan's body is not a fixed entity. It is something he created from pure energy, so it cannot be destroyed. Those who try to annihilate Manhattan's physical form soon realize that as long as they cannot destroy his mind, Manhattan will simply recreate his body as many times as he wishes. Not only that, but he can also create multiple versions of himself and split his mind across those bodies, making his presence invincible and limitless. For decades, there have been subtle hints that Superman possesses far greater power than he realizes. After defeating Imperiex, the Quintessence gathered to judge Superman. But why would they want to judge him? Because he did something that shouldn't have been possible. According to Rip Hunter, Imperiex carried the power of both creation and destruction, which was thought to be unstoppable. Yet Superman did the impossible. He stopped Imperiex. Hunter also said that many times in the past, Superman had demonstrated the ability to transcend limits. Superman has repeatedly broken free from the bonds of time, even escaping hypertime once, and he did it all without using any power-boosting devices, just his own strength. Dr. Manhattan once tried to kill Superman but failed. However, when facing most of Earth's superheroes, Manhattan easily defeated them all without breaking a sweat. Furthermore, he is Dr. Manhattan, the one who subconsciously created countless universes and, when realizing this, destroyed all that he had made. Although there are moments when he cannot see the future clearly, his analytical abilities remain extremely accurate. The truth is, even Dr. Manhattan does not fully understand the nature of Superman. He knows that everything, from beginning to end, is tied to Superman but cannot explain why. This is why, when Manhattan reset the entire multiverse, the entirety of reality was recreated around Superman. He also recognizes that Superman is the center of the metaverse and all of his actions shape the entire multiverse. However, despite being able to reset the multiverse, Manhattan still doesn't understand the hidden power within Superman. Manhattan, with his limitless power and ability to see through time, can manipulate the flow of history and create alternate timelines at will. However, Franklin Richards not only does that but can also create entire new universes from nothing with just a thought and a gentle gesture, opening up entirely new realities. Franklin Richards is one of the most powerful entities in the Marvel Universe with the ability to transcend the limits of reality. When Galactus became Franklin's herald, it affirmed Franklin's supremacy in terms of power. Franklin has the ability to create and destroy universes with ease and can manipulate reality at a universal level, surpassing even entities like Dr. Manhattan. Although Dr. Manhattan can control time, space, and alter reality within the DC universe, Franklin Richards exhibits even greater power. Franklin has defeated powerful cosmic entities and surpassed many existential levels, something Dr. Manhattan cannot match. Therefore, in a showdown between Franklin and Manhattan, Franklin Richards would win due to his ability to manipulate the multiverse and his superior power. In the battle between Franklin Richards and Dr. Manhattan, Franklin demonstrated superior reality warping abilities. Although Dr. Manhattan is known for being able to create and destroy universes, Franklin displayed more sophisticated skills by not only creating a pocket universe but also trapping Manhattan inside it, rendering him powerless. This reflects Franklin's intelligence as he knows how to use his telepathic abilities to nullify Dr. Manhattan's precognitive powers. Manhattan, who relies on his multidimensional awareness, was hindered and could not predict Franklin's actions. As a result, Franklin proved to be a more skilled reality warper, and his victory in this confrontation is entirely justified. What do you think? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching. That's today's video, and I'll end it here. Thank you so much.